There are many characters within Cartoon Network that got slapped with the label simp over the years. However, there was one character that was forgotten about: Panda from We Bare Bears. We Bare Bears as a show is often overlooked as the Renaissance era was stacked, so it's no surprise that Panda isn't the first character you think of when it comes to biggest simp characters. But this video will definitely have you rolling your eyes at him.
Wait, I'll have the Thai noodle salad, please.
And for you, sir?
Egg.
Frittata it is then.
So let's start off with the first episode where Panda shows his simping flaw, and where he was absolutely doing the most. Meet Lucy, a produced saleswoman that was featured in the season 1 episode, Panda's Date. She became Panda's crush immediately after an allergy scare when a cookie salesman almost committed murder. It's easy to feel emotionally attached to someone after they save your life. However, there are some downsides to it as well, because that attachment can lead to jealousy. That was the case when it came to Panda, as he saw how close Lucy was with Ice Bear and Grizz. So this leads him into doing the most logical thing: locking his brothers up in a closet to go on the date by himself. This impulsive decision definitely places Panda in the simp category, as he was willing to screw over those that are close to him. However, because of his socially awkward personality, the date was a complete disaster. As Panda's brothers were able to break free from his trap, it started a wild goose chase, much to the dismay of Lucy.
No, don't go. We're having a great time. See, more fun.
Panda, I think that was my order. It had peanuts in it.
So Panda got his karma, as his impulse sent him to the hospital. Despite the mistreatment, Grizz and Ice Bear wanted to be there for him, and the next time he has feelings for someone, let them know so they'll be out of his way.
You probably didn't have a chance, though.
Huh? I mean, he isn't wrong. Panda gave a terrible first impression to Lucy. While the two of them continue to be friends, Lucy just never saw Panda as a significant other. Not to mention the stiff competition his brothers brought, while unintentional, was always going to hold him back. Though there was a moment where the competition was intentional, which leads us to our next girl.
Bonjour, Panda. So glad to finally see you.
Hello. Howdy. Oh, no, wait. What's up?
Meet Celine, a French woman who Panda matched on an online dating app. This episode is where Panda received the help from Grizz and Ice Bear to get an online date with her. As we have mentioned before, Panda has never been good with social interaction, especially with other women. So it was no surprise that his brothers are willing to go above and beyond to make sure that the two link up. Though, as the beginning of this episode entailed, when they were playing the game, the boys were not able to work together for long, as Ice Bear and Grizz ended up disguising themselves as Panda, only to end up falling for Celine as well. Panda's over-reliance on Grizz and Ice caused the date to go absolutely haywire as the three fight over the laptop. This episode does a great job in showing the opposite spectrum of over-relying on other people's charm to hide your own, and how it could possibly harm not only the relationship you're trying to pursue, but also the friend and familial bonds that you already have. Even though when the boys outed themselves, Celine outed a secret she was hiding about herself.
Yeah, I'm from Jersey. My dating profile autocorrected my hometown Paramus to Paris, and I just went with it. I guess we were both nervous.
That's the funny thing about online dating. You're never going to get that full story of someone that you're going to meet online. However, it also shows that everyone has a bit of nervousness coming into an online call for the first time with a stranger, and that you should be willing to be your best self without over-relying on others. Although there are other times where Panda is so desperate, he's willing to go after someone completely anonymous.
I gotta go. Don't bother me.
Meet Annie, a woman who messaged Panda from an old phone from a yard sale. Panda is known to crave love so much that he has a variety of fantasies on how he will be able to get the girl. So it comes to no surprise that he would hop onto the opportunity of this mysterious person being the love of his life. Now, obviously, there are plenty of things that could go wrong in this scenario. The obvious one being a phishing scam that wants to take Panda's credit card info, could be a trap where a gang may jump Panda, or it could be the phone of the yard sales lady's husband that could beat him up also. You can guess which one it ended up becoming. Panda was lucky that the baby was there to save him from the beatdown of his life, as it was ready to say hello to the world. Though this shows why Panda cannot just go after someone with only a coincidence, because it's most likely too good to be true. You should at least have a face to a name and actually converse to really start building a genuine relationship before moving away too fast. Much like how this next relationship ended up being.
Throwing trash on the ground, eh? You're under arrest!
No, I was just, I wasn't.
I'm just playing with you.
Meet Sam, a person who had shown interest in Panda due to his new fit, being top tier. The two had a pretty strong chemistry together, as the two spend a lot of time doing various things throughout the day. However, there are some red flags within this sequence that are there prior to the inciting incident for Panda. First off, in the beginning of the interaction, Sam barely gives Panda the opportunity to speak his own mind, always interrupting him when he tries to explain himself. While, yes, trying to ensure someone who doesn't have strong social skills like Panda can help calm a person down, the amount of controlling that she has in the conversation can be alarming. Another is her essentially dragging Panda to do various things together, which gives a hint of him not having any agency within this relationship. That ended up being the case when Sam dropped this bombshell.
Huh?
Oh my gosh, yes! I will marry you!
Yeah, this girl is crazy. You cannot tell me otherwise when you are so quick to want to marry someone the same day you met them. Not really giving Panda an ability to have any say in the matter. He gets wrapped up in a situation that he doesn't want to be in. That was the case for all three bears in their mini adventures. When the boys finally had enough, it was a good change of pace to have Panda end things off on his terms and have that control of pursuing what he wants in his life. Something similar to our next girl.
Sorry, man. She got the last one.
Huh?
Meet the Summer Girl, a person that Panda had witnessed for the first time that we can tell have a lot in common with one another. However, as soon as he was ready to talk to her, she disappeared, leaving her phone behind. This is also the only episode where Grizz and Ice Bear are not featured. So in this conflict, Panda had to solve it on his own. This was a very important episode when it came to Panda's development in growing from his impulsive crushes. With him expressing his desire to give the phone to this girl personally, there were those who were willing to help for the right price. Although one last obstacle came to fruition when Panda met a mad scientist after a pelican took the phone. I like this moment here because you can see the scientist as a mirror of Panda's negative attributes we have seen in the previous episode. Someone who isolated himself and began to believe that everything is working against him, to the point where he built various machines to battle against the government. Now, this is an extremity. However, I do believe that Panda can go down this path of bitterness if he was not able to have the ability to share how he feels about someone, which is something he wasn't able to say genuinely to any of the girls in the past. So for the first time, Panda's expression of true love got him out of a jam with the scientist and gained an ally with him as well. The scientist wanted to give Panda the opportunity that he lost years ago.
Excuse me. Is that my phone?
It's her. It's finally her.
So Panda was able to finally meet the Summer Girl, Amanda. While Panda was able to give the phone back to her, he was not able to say that he loves her, not because of his social anxiety, but because of the time restraints. We find out that she is moving out of town. However, the last thing she said to Panda was something that was very encouraging.
Hey, Panda. If I ever lose my phone again, I hope you're the one that finds it.
This was similar to the story that the two were reading earlier. It felt like there was a strong bond between them. This episode showed how much Panda has grown, and that even though he wasn't able to get with her in the end, you can see the maturity that Panda has grown from this. And it's something we saw compared to where it started at all.
Huh? Oh, sorry, Oh.
Hi, my name is Darla. Where'd you learn to draw?
Meet Darla, Panda's very first crush of his life. The two had a lot of similarities as well when it came to drawing and anime. Young crushes are always very interesting to witness. In this case, they really emphasize how Panda was feeling within himself more than about Darla, which I think is a good mood considering they're babies at the time. The plot was a classic as Panda and his brothers have to fend off against her family in order for them to be together as a new family. Even though Panda did everything he can to win the day, he had the realization that Darla does not feel the same way after one of her sisters mentioned telling their mom about her behavior.
I thought we were gonna be family. Nah, we were just playing. Okay, bye, Panda.
So even though we witnessed Panda's first moment with the girl ending with a bit of a whimper, Darla saw it as more of them playing around than anything serious. And you can tell from how she was referencing various manga novels throughout the episode. She definitely fits in the same group as the bears at that age, with her interest being seen as unorthodox at the time, so she got along not just with Panda, but the entirety of the bears. So it was no surprise that Panda and Darla were never meant to be. So with all of these relationships Panda has had in the past, you would think that the final episode features him crushing on someone that he will learn and grow. Well, you'll be wrong.
Finally, I've come to take you down.
This is my favorite part.
Me too.
Meet Nina, a girl that placed Panda's relationship with Tom into question. Nina was also a girl that had similar interests that Panda has. However, he doesn't realize that he needed more than just one thing to immediately link up with her. Tom, however, showed off a bit more of his personality, and when he met her for the first time, the two got along wonderfully, much to the dismay of Panda. Panda's jealousy went on the forefront once again as he took every opportunity to butt into their bonding, especially when Nina made the move of wanting to go out with Tom over Panda. This was what caused the two to have serious beef with each other at the end of the day, much like with Ice and Grizz with their counterparts. And of course, the way the two were able to mend bridges is for Tom to glaze Panda's ego. So, yeah, that's the funny thing about how much love can impact you in the grand scheme of things. Some old habits die hard. But if there's anything to come from this, it's to take time to get to know the women you meet before claiming they're the one. It makes your life 10 times easier.